Hi, my name is Holly, and I am 26 years old, and I live in San Francisco. For this video project, I wanted to send a message out addressing the struggling queer youth in our nation. I was inspired by Dan Savage's It Gets Better project. Dan Savage and his partner Terry created this project in 2010. As a response to an alarming number of students taking their own lives after being bullied or harassed in school. So we're hoping that this project can help prevent suicide amongst the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgendered, queer community, young community. So I really wish that, somebody would have told me when I was younger to hang in there and that it gets better. I did struggle a lot during that time. I grew up in the conservative suburbs of Southern California, and I've struggled, becoming comfortable in my own skin for almost my entire life. Kids are really mean, and often a lot of that is based on their own insecurities. Um, I lacked self confidence to really stand up for myself, and I went through a very dark time during my youth. I contemplated suicide on multiple occasions, and eventually taking up a relationship for about 3 years with heroin to nullify my own insecurities. I thought that the reality that I was stuck in was going to be my reality for the rest of my life. I didn't know that it was possible to find happiness. And when you're an adolescent, or, when I was, my perception was that the world that I lived in was how the world was everywhere else. And that if I did not conform to the lifestyle that I was raised to believe was the right way to live, or the only way to live, then I would spend the rest of my living life miserable. And because I wasn't being true to my spirit. And I may not know exactly what you're going through, specifically in your life, and that's okay. But I'm confident that once you take yourself out of the situation that you're in, that is a key word, reality that you're living in right now, that it will get better. You can either choose to stay and fight, or you can leave and you can find a community of supporting, loving people, and I promise you they are out there. Um, if you're growing up in rural countryside, it may be harder to find a community like this. At this time, they seem to be in the larger, more urban areas in this country. But the queer community, it's only growing, and as older generations die out and their systems of beliefs and values die out too, and the world is rapidly changing, and this generation, the youth, the future, only seems to be growing more and more accepting of all forms of love, and we are really lucky to be living through this time in history. So hang in there. You are a strong person, and you know deep down that you are good and you deserve to be happy. And one day you're going to look back at this time in your life and think, wow, that was horrible. And I'm really strong and I'm really proud of myself for getting through that. And these challenges that we have in our lives only make us stronger. We are survivors. We are wounded healers, and we can use those awful experiences in our youth to help future generations. Hopefully make it a little bit easier for them. And your existence is a gift, and it's just an honor to be alive. So please know that it does get better, and um, I wish you well.